everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we are back again, and here now we have another video for you, and this will be some quick thoughts on the recent announcement that the CW superhero series Superman and Lois will be coming to an end in its 4th season. Now there might be spoilers about the show itself within this video, so just beware when going into this review, and you can check out my reviews of the previous 3 seasons of the show, and I'll leave some links within the description. So on to the news then of the show's cancellation or conclusion, whatever you wish it to be, which came late yesterday on Thursday the 2nd of November 2023. And to be honest, in terms of this news, I'm really not that surprised. The writing was kind of the wall already, given the fact that season 4, which hasn't even begun filming yet, was already going to be in a reduced capacity with only 10 episodes as opposed to the 13 that we had previously seen before. Not only that, but season 4 would also see a reduction of the cast members, both in terms of the numbers and their overall roles within the story. Now both of these type of moves were clearly a result of the cutting back on the budget, as Superman and Lois was one of the most expensive Arrowverse shows. So if a show is thriving or really mega successful and you have intentions of keeping it going, you don't really show it in a reduced capacity, if you want it to maintain its run for as long as possible. But we also know that this cancellation or conclusion is also a feature of the fact that Warner Brothers Discovery was very much cutting back on its scripted content. And to be honest, any content or strategy regarding Warner Brothers Discovery or whatever it's called is really all over the place, whether you take Superman and Lois into consideration or not. But to be fair, I think Superman and Lois has had a fair run of it. The show itself started way back in February 2021, and it introduced a variation of the classic Superman story, by this time having him married to Lois Lane, based in Smallville, and being the parent of 2 teenage sons. And I think the show overall was very solid, with actor Tyler Hoechlin in the lead role, finally giving us a modern Superman that was much more heroic and likeable and rootable, and much more closer in spirit to what we would expect from the character, much more than what we saw in the Snyderverse movies. And he had a terrific dynamic with actress Elizabeth Tulloch, who I thought was absolutely great as Lois Lane. And also the supporting cast, I think, were very strong in their roles that they were given. And I think overall the show was a consistent piece of serialised storytelling. But of course its conclusion is even more significant because it finally brings the long-running Arrowverse era to a definitive conclusion. And of course the signs of this was already apparent when recently we saw the likes of The Flash coming to a close after 9 seasons, and Stargirl also ending its run after 3 seasons. And I've already spoken in great length about the Arrowverse on this channel, how I thought that it was still the most prominent superhero shared universe after the MCU, and overall I think it was probably the right time for it to be coming to an end. Whilst it's had its detractors, it really was a super successful run in introducing the lower tier characters and bringing them to the spotlight, such as Green Arrow, Supergirl and Black Lightning, and then it was able to merge them into big massive crossover events. And I will still maintain that the absolute peak of the Arrowverse was the 4-part Crisis on Earth X crossover, providing much more of the comic book adventure and magic than what we saw again from the Snyder movies. But at the very least, Superman and Lois gets time to close out its story on its own terms, which is always the best option. So they'll pick up obviously from the climatic battle between Superman and Doomsday at the end of season 3, where we saw them fighting out on the moon. We'll probably get some character departures as the cast gets stripped down, and then hopefully they'll build up to a satisfactory conclusion. I really can't see any cameos from the other Arrowverse shows, not only because of time constraints and budget, but also because Superman and Lois very much was intent on separating itself from the Arrowverse shows. We saw this in particular in, I believe, the season 2 finale. So I think if you are a massive Arrowverse fan, I think you are already resigned to the fact that we will never see these interpretations of these characters coming back. So I think overall it's just best to enjoy Superman and Lois for what it is in its final conclusion. Now obviously the show will be delayed in terms of its release due to the ongoing actors' strikes. And to be honest, because of those ongoing strikes, it likely won't air until late 2024, perhaps even possibly early to mid 2025. Most likely just before the release of Superman Legacy. But despite all of that, at least Superman and Lois got to have a decent run. Again, I think it did a very good job in finally giving us a modern day Superman that didn't have to be deconstructed or dark or edgy as what so many people believe Superman has to be in order to relate to a modern day audience. I think it debunks that kind of mindset and mentality, and hopefully other interpretations of Superman can certainly learn from the example set by Superman and Lois in order to give us a truly epic Superman that I believe all audiences deserve. So those are my overall thoughts and quick feelings on the recent announcement that Superman and Lois will be coming to a close after its 4th season. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any other movies or television series or subject matter within the pop entertainment and culture scene that you'd like to see me cover, then also let me know within the comments and I will see if I can provide further commentary for you on that subject matter within the future. Please also hit like the subscription and notification buttons so I can provide you with more high quality content like this in the future. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves and I will see you very, very soon.